Good morning. Good morning. It says live video is starting. I have a sneaky feeling that it has already started. Oh, the screen went blank. Now it's back. Are we live? I know I'm live, and clearly I'm dealing with a very bright idea. So, and I must be live because this contraption has just said, create another event. So clearly I'm doing something right. Okay, I'll be back because I need to. I'll be back. I need to activate the other screen. I think this is hysterical. I love this light. So it might be too bright. Is it too bright? Not if it's too bright. Okay, refresh this other screen. One of these days, I promise you, I will figure out how to look at you, look at what I'm doing, and the other screen, and comment all at the same time. One of these days, I'll figure that out. Not today. Okay, we have to unplug that. Okay, here we go. Click.
Now it's back.
There we go. Here we go. Okay then, boys and girls. Lyle, wow. Wow, good morning, Lyle. You're quick off the mark. Okay, so I'm going to, you know why I truly love this light bulb is because it is, it's goofy, it's silly, and yet at the same time, clearly, I'm having an idea. All right. Now, one of the most fun things for me in getting ready for a show is to try to find something that will make people blink, because on a scale of 1 to everything, they didn't even remotely expect me to do whatever it is. I think it's the opposite of the practical joke, because I'm not doing anything to embarrass anybody. I'm doing it to surprise and delight. I quite often say on my posts that Vikings invented the utmost damned astonishment. Because the element of surprise is, especially if it's positive, is so much fun. It's all of a sudden, whammo, we're kids again. And I think we can use a lot more than that. Oh, a lot more of that. Charles, good morning. Do you have your coffee? Okay, so before I start, before I talk about this amazing thing that the universe and the gods have helped me pull off, I just wanted to say that in my tiny corner of the world, it is on the 19th of April, the 19th of birthday month. It's snowing. It's snowing. Oh, Mother Nature, you wicked girl. And it's not actually really snowing. It's slish. You know, it's not quite sleet. It's not intention filled enough to be sleet. It's certainly not hail. And so I said, oh, look, it's a birthday slushie. And it suddenly hit me this morning when I was doing my happy birthdays to people. A really sweet friend of mine who does morning drive radio. Her name is Cody Jeffries, and she's in Ottawa, and she's a lovely girl. And she actually likes getting up at dark 30 and driving in and doing this thing, and she's done it forever. I did morning drive radio for a lifetime, it seemed. It was a year and a half. And I kept thinking that eventually somebody was going to, stop with the joke. Why do I have to keep getting up at dark 30? And one day when I was late, of course I was late. What time is it? I had to get up when? It was this falling out of the sky. It was this slish stuff that is just, and then it doesn't matter what boots you're wearing. Instantly your feet are wet when you step outside the car. So I walked into the studio with a fair amount of energy. Rant! And I refused to do the weather forecast. I said, no, not doing it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to replace all the weather with desserts. I refused. And my poor long-suffering partner, Steve Boynton, said, yeah, you have to do the weather. And I said, okay, but it's code, okay? When not doing the weather. I'm doing dessert. I did it all morning. I felt amazing. Station manager, not that impressed, but we got a lot of really good responses. Anyway, today is dessert worthy. And Cody, it's your birthday, and you had to drive in this glop. I salute you, my darling. I salute you. So, um, just before the show this morning, just before, I posted, if you can scroll, tear your eyes away from what I'm doing, and just scroll down one image. There's this picture that I post a lot because it's wonderful, and it's actually a compilation of a couple of things. It's a picture that was taken by my sweet friend Billy at the Fanaticon event in 2019. And it's just a great pose. It's a great angle because, ironically, how he caught it. I'm I'm sitting in front of a banner that I had made that is a photograph of the day we set up the original You Can't Do That on Television lockers. At the very first event, we got to use them. It was my Fame book launch. And so they were up, and I went around behind and I opened a locker and I kind of leaned through and I went like that. So the way Billy staged the picture, it looks like I'm photobombing myself, and it's adorable. Anyway, that's the picture. But what's been added to it is, it says Rolling Stones, and then it says Hi Mom, and it talks about the fact that I'm I'm on the cover of Rolling Stone. Okay, so every musician friend of mine wanted to kill me when they saw that, because I'm not allowed to sing. I'm not allowed to even stand near a band. So what? But what happened was, the beautiful, beautiful crew who created the Orange Years video, the documentary team that flew up from Texas to be at the Fame book launch, to see everybody from the show, and to interview me. When the video finally got the backing it needed, and it was first screened, it was covered by Rolling Stone magazine. Awesome, awesome. The thing is, I get this message from the long-suffering producer who says, so, yeah, on the clip, on the review, Rolling Stone, it opens with you. And I said, what? What do you mean I'm on Rolling Stone? He said, yeah, shut up. Now, a really fabulous member of the fan family saw me talk about that, and he's the one who added the Rolling Stone graphics and the Hi Mom little blurb on it, and he said it to me, and he said, too much? And I said, oh my God, no, it's perfect. And he said, okay, well, it's my gift to you. Thanks, Mom. And I said, oh my God, thank you. So the reason I talk about that, the reason I'm telling you that today, of all days, is that that is what pivotry looks like in action. Billy pivoted to put two events together in one picture. The fan who was following the story about the wonderful, wonderful Orange Years documentary, and my comment that they chose my picture for the beginning of the article, he chose that to celebrate everything that it means to be famous. Because fame has a ripple effect. When you drop a stone in a pond, the minute you let go of that stone, you don't have control over what that stone is going to do anymore, unless you're really quick. And so when the stone hits the water, there's a kerplunk, and there's a splash, and there are ripples. And depending on how big the pond is, those ripples just keep going and going. That's what fame is. And that's why I say, fame is what you want it to be, you also have to realize that you can't chase it. You can't chase the ripples. You'll never catch up. And a fabulous protege of mine, brilliantly talented, crazy man named Tyler Westerland, who you can find in the Fame book. When I asked him the definition of fame, he said, I'm not sure if this is the definition, but if you're chasing it, you're doing it wrong. And I clutched my pearls and I said, okay, genius, because it's true. What you chase madly moves ahead of you like the wet spot on the highway. You need to have a strategy. You need to have a plan. And you need to have pivot partners who get it, who understand what's happening, why you're doing it, how they can be part of what's going on, how they can help the pivot work faster, bigger, and more permanently. So I always tell people when I'm coming to their event that I'm going to do everything I can to hijack it. Tell them ahead. Not in an evil way. No. I'm just going to make it so much fun that everybody's going to say, ooh, what's that over there? And so far, shh, don't tell the people in Cornwall. So far it's worked. So how I do that, how I hijack, I get people excited about the multiple levels of possibility. And I want to be the pebble in the pond. Yeah, I kind of want to be the really large heart-shaped kerplunk rock star in the pond. But then that's just me being, Viking humble. But you're on point, Charles. You're definitely on point. So, I don't know if you guys are ready for this. I don't know if you're ready for this. So I was looking for something for this show because it is the first venture out after everybody's been away. And it is my 40th anniversary on You Can't Do That on Television. And it is my 40th anniversary as Care Bears. And it is launch year, where is it here, for Pivotry in motion and Pivot Mastery. Because this is a moment in time for me. And I have the original lockers. Oh my God, I have the original lockers. And they only weigh 11 million tons, and it's only going to take us, every ounce of strength to put them up. Totally worth it. And Cornwall, the Cape event in Cornwall this coming weekend, has pulled out the stops. I am so grateful. They've given the lockers their own booth. I'm sort of beside them, waving. So I was looking for something that people would say, oh my gosh, I have to have that. And I was also looking for something that people would say, I'm sorry, Abby's got what? Because people assume things. People assume things about me, and rightly so. But every so often, okay, so I can't wait. What time is it? It's almost 10 past. That's a good number. Okay, so here's what this is, right? This is the back end of one of those caps that men wear. It's the back end, right? It's not the kind of thing you would ever in 11 gabillion years, not even when I was getting my truck driver's license. You would never see me wearing one of these. This is the back end, right? This is the back end. It's just a hat. Yeah, okay? Ready? You're not ready. I'm telling you, you're not ready. You need to be ready. Take a breath. Let it out. Ready? Oh, look. why I do believe it's a signature mom slime hat. Are you wondering how I managed to do this? Is it insane? Are you wondering how I managed to get the background on mom matching the slime layers on the hat? This is fabulous. Now here's the deal. I only have 10. I only got 10 the first shipment. I didn't think any of them were going to arrive on time because I kept getting these order delayed external sources, and I kept making noises that, you know, you can't print in nice public places. I kept making these noises and looking out at the sky and saying, okay, here's the deal, universe. Come here. We have to chat. And then yesterday, 5 o'clock, ding dong. Is that fabulous or what? I only have 10. I have an extra. This is the sample one. I only have 10. I'm getting 10 more for Brockville, but I can only get them in lots of 10. And then I'm going to get more for Ottawa in August. I can get more. It's just they take forever. Is this brilliant? Are you excited? Okay, because the other thing that's crazy ridiculous, I was sorting through things in bags and deciding what to bring and what not to bring. And I came across the bag with the slime green feather boa in it, and I thought, you know, so I'm 99 and which means that my lint roller expert is going to have to be on the top of his game. Is this brilliant? Is this absolutely brilliant? Do you love this? Oh, it looks like it froze. Did it freeze? Oh. So, waiting for the live video signal. Oh, I see. See on the screen. Okay, it paused. Sorry. The screen could have paused because there's slish falling outside, and it's very windy, and who knows what else is going on. So I vastly apologize for any blips or glitches or whatnot, and I'm doing my best with every video to get better at this. So here's the conversation today about pivotry and why the definition means something very special and very important to all of us. It's not easy to get our groove back when we're out of practice. I have not done a live event since September last year. And before that, it was an entire year. And you would think that I would kind of be, you know, hesitant. So what I do ahead of time is I write things down and I practice. I don't do, oh goodness, what's going to happen if. I don't do any of that. I just keep on doing my best to be my best. I just keep thinking about the guy who's coming in, the guy who paid for the ticket, the guy who had a rough day or a rough year or tried that diet, the one where you'll lose 7 pounds by Friday. And by the way, you would think the people who keep promoting that diet would have some scruples, because nobody loses 7 pounds by Friday. It's just wrong, you know, it's such a blatant lie. Anyway, I always imagine that there's somebody in the audience who barely chose to finally come after all. They were going to come, and then they weren't, and then they weren't sure, and stuff happened, and they said no, and then something else happened, and they said, oh, what the hell? Oh, what the hell? And they got up off the couch or the floor, and they changed their pants, and they walked out of the house, and then they walked back in and grabbed their wallet and their keys, and they walked out of the house, and they got in the car, and they sat there for a couple of minutes, deciding whether to. And they went through the whole gamut of all the reasons not to, all the reasons they were feeling. Good morning, Kevin. Good morning, Fireball. Kevin, you have just joined us, which means you have missed the first part of this, so I'm going to show you what I'm up to. I'm just going to hold this up for a second. All right? And I will repeat what this is all about later, because yes, by the way, that exactly is what you think it is. It is, in fact, a 40th anniversary limited edition mom signature slime hat. Yes, sir. Right now I'm talking about the people who are planning to come to your show, who are having a hard time, who are thinking twice about it. Well, I can't get the money back for the ticket. Who cares? I'm this. They're going through an Eeyore moment. And if you know anything about Winnie the Pooh, Eeyore is just the saddest little creature on the planet. And we have all been Eeyore. Every single one of us. Even, thank you, Kevin, even a fireball can be an Eeyore from time to time. But this person, for some reason, said to themselves, what the hell? Changed their pants, got in the car, got to the end of the driveway, sat there, double thinking, said what the hell again, and pulled out into traffic. Found parking. Went inside, found their seat, sat down. There may only be one. Maybe 40,000 people, and there may only be one of him. There may be 10 people, and all 10 of them are him. It doesn't matter what the odds are. Every show has one of those people who decided they were worth it. They decided in that moment that they were not going to allow what was happening to shrink and shrivel and beige out their day. They said, no, damn it. And they owned it. There is one in that audience. I know it. That's who I don't want to let down. I don't want to let anybody down. I want everybody who made the effort to get off the couch say to themselves, well, that was probably the smartest decision this week. I want that. I want to earn that. And for that guy who's having an Eeyore time, I want that guy to forget that he's Eeyore. I want him to be so into whatever's going on, whatever the rest of the crazy people are doing, whatever I'm doing, whatever insane things I have managed to bring to the table. I want him to be caught up, or her. I want them. I want whomever that is to be swept into the magic. That is pivotry. I am profiling the mindset of people who have put up with, been through, just got to take a minute. Oh my God, it's my birthday. Oh, she's back. We got to go see this. The last one was crazy. I'm profiling all of those people. And I'm saying to myself, what can I bring that will cause the utmost damned astonishment? What can I bring that sweeps away all the current moment stuff, no matter how serious the stuff is? I want to bring something that is like a blink and blink. And when you come back after the second blink, you have no idea what happened, but it was awesome. And can I come again? Can I come tomorrow? Is there another show? That's what Pivotry partners do. If I can profile accurately how I feel people are feeling, I'm not doing it because I'm Mother Teresa. I'm doing it because I want everyone in the best mindset possible to gain full value for their investment. Even if it was free, they still had to get off the couch. I hope they changed their pants, maybe put on shoes. I want them to say, worth every penny, worth it twice, because I want them to feel seen, heard, and valued. I want them to feel like a top tier member of this tribe. I want every single person who comes to see me, whether it's here on a Facebook video, whether it's messaging back and forth on a Facebook post, whether we're on the phone, whether I see you infrequently right now at a coffee shop, or whether you come to one of my shows, I want you to say, they need to book her more places. I got friends who need to see this. That's what I want. You see, if I bring the magic to you, you become my accomplice. You become my participating Pivotry partner. We can make those ripples go everywhere. We can infect everyone with the idea of possibility. It costs nothing, really, but our intention. Now, a friend of mine, who shall remain nameless, was understandably upset because a phone slipped out of the grasp and hit something hard and shattered. Understandably upset because stuff was broken. Had to order a new one. Okay. The post, however, was just my luck. It's always my this. What next? How many? Growl, 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 growl. And I said, you know, you got a better phone out of it. The answer, well, yeah, I did get an upgrade. Okay, then. So it was a good thing that it dropped. The universe was helping you. Kvetch someplace else, you fool. We often don't recognize when an accident of some kind turns out to be the best thing ever. We often don't see it until later, and then we go, oh my God, oh my God. I literally, yesterday, I'm not going to go into the details because it's very complicated. I literally, yesterday, on the 18th of birthday month, 2022, realized why I allowed something colossally stupid to keep impacting my life for years. It hit me yesterday. It was my ego. It was me. I was refusing to let go of it. Well, then stop complaining, fool. Put it down. Oh, okay. So I did. And then, and about every 15 minutes, I'm walking around going, special kind of stupid. I know that I come in with a very positive attitude, and for instance, Kevin just called me a fireball. Of course I'm a fireball. What's the alternative? A soggy tissue? Hey, look, it's a soggy tissue. Come on in. The whole gang's been waiting for you. We all have stuff. We all go through terrible things. And one of the things that I've noticed in the last couple of days, reading a lot on how people are behaving very badly in general, in public. They're reverting to the kind of child you go over and ask the parents to take the child home from the restaurant or the store. Everybody's behaving, well, I don't know what you call it. You're not the boss of me. What is that? That's 5. My good friend John Milkey, who does Blast the Radio, he posted a thing yesterday that somebody in his 50s called him 4 Eyes. 4 Eyes! John said, grade 3 is calling. And the lady, you think, oh God, what was I thinking? What was I saying? So here's what you were thinking and saying. Here's what we together can fix. Us together, us, the tribe. The Pivotry partnership can fix. We didn't get instructions on what to do when everything's wrong and the ground is uncertain beneath our feet. The worst thing about an earthquake is that everything shakes and buildings fall. And we have to rethink and remodel and rebuild. Yeah. A lockdown because of a pandemic, a thing you can't see that lasts for 2 years, and it's on, it's off, it's on, it's off, it's on, it's off. That's an earthquake that won't quit. And nobody knows what to do when the building is shaking for more than 5 minutes. Nobody knows what to do. There aren't instructions for that. You start losing your grip. So I have to tell the story that explains all of this, that explains why we want something that gives us ownership, that makes us say, Abby Hagyard has invested in trucker hats. Who'da thunk it? And then, wait, she only has 10. How am I going to get that? So just to recap. I'm about to recap. Oh, God. I promise I won't do that. I won't do it at a live event. I'm sorry. So see this? For you who have just joined me, who got it in the middle and are going to skate back, I have ordered trucker hats. Trucker hats are going to be with me in Cornwall this weekend, the Cape event. There's only 10. And it's the 40th anniversary mom signature slime hat. You see that? Is that slime delicious or what? Okay, I know you're sitting there saying, yeah, but it's a trucker's hat. Abby's holding a trucker's hat. Abby not only is holding it, she bought them on purpose. And then she bought another order for Brockville. And another one is on order for August because, I mean, really, seriously, nobody else will have these. Okay, so once upon a time, a long time ago, in a far-off land, there was a king who had a beautiful daughter, the princess. And one day the princess said, oh, look, here's a hobby farm for sale. I've never thought of owning a hobby farm. How hard could that be? And the people driving the padded truck that day were on a break and didn't hear her say that, and as a result, she ended up buying the hobby farm and moving in. Now, she hurt her back doing any number of things moving in, maybe planting that 40 by 40 garden. How hard could that be? or laying paving stones. How hard could that be? Or trimming a hedge. How hard could that be? Anyway, somebody said to her, you know what is a really, really great fix for pulling your back like that? And you have to look after that, because if you just let it go, um, you're not going to have a nice life. And I said, so what is it? I said, those old-fashioned water beds, the ones that are all just, it's like a bag, and you put water in it, and you heat it up, and it's in a box. And I said, oh yeah, that's a long time ago. I wonder if they still have them. Now, this was a while ago that I had the farm, and I checked into it, and sure enough, there were places that still sold them, so I went and got one. And I set it up. And oh, by the way, oh my God, it cured my back. I swear it cured my back. The wave action, the gentle wave action, and the warmth of it, because it could, boost up the temperature and all that stuff. It in a very short period of time, I was a lot better. So when I got the farm, I also got 2 dogs. I didn't intend to get any dogs, but somebody explained to me that when you're living on a farm in an isolated area, you need a dog. So I did the showbiz thing. I went to a breeder who bred Samoyeds because I saw a picture and I thought, oh my God, it's a show business dog. And I went in and I got this dog who was adorable. She was tiny and small, so they weren't going to show her. So I got her sort of at a discount, and she was just adorable and a shameless flirt, really. She would walk up to anybody and, hi, 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 hi. And she had, it looked like black false eyelashes, and she had this white foofy tail, and she was always smiling, and she was the dog version of me, really. It's a dog version of me. I kept thinking, what an adorable dog. And the dogs went, hi, hi, hi. So, and then immediately after I got the dog, I got a bunch of work in town, so I had to drive in and out and in and out. And the dog was sort of saying, aren't you taking me? And like, I can't take you. I'm having a conversation with the dog. I can't take you. It's a studio. Oh, okay, fine. So I got a second dog. This one wasn't a purebred. This one wasn't from a breeder. This was one of 3. Whose mother, I think the kindest thing I can say was that she was popular. Because there were 3 puppies and they all looked like they had come from a different place. Mine, periodically, looked like any long-haired black dog you care to name. Like every couple of weeks, he seemed to look different. What he truly was a flat coat retriever. Eventually, he grew into his true self. But for a long time, we had no idea. He was just black. And he had a very deep voice. So even when he was a puppy, even when I could fit him in the palm of my hand, he would say, woof! And the shock of it and the sound of it would knock him over backwards. And his ears. The thing is, as he got older, I think that damaged him in some way, because anytime he heard a noise and it scared him, he would go, woof! And leap in the air and fall over backwards. So there was very probably some significant trauma. He always came to wake me in the morning. Well, he had to go out. He wasn't that friendly. Meanwhile, the girl was downstairs, looking in the mirror, waving at the other dogs outside. Hi, hi. He came to wake me. When I got the waterbed, this is pivotry. When I got the waterbed, he jumped up on the bed. I'm lying on the bed. He's looking at the bed. He jumps up on the bed. And immediately he jumps up on the bed, he's suddenly very busy. All 4 feet. All 4 paws. I'm just lying there. I don't know what to do with this. So he says to himself, all right, obviously I was mistaken, and jumps on the bed a second time. Instantly. More of it, exactly the same as before, more of it. Wide eyes, jumps off the bed, stands there, eventually turns around and looks at me. I'm trying not to laugh. He says to himself, all right, I'll give it a third try. jumps up on the bed. Same deal. Jumps off. Looks at me, gives me the most disgusted look a dog can give a human, and leaves the room. I love that dog. I love both those dogs. They were incredible. Now, here's the point I am making. COVID, lockdowns, loss, grief, confusion, uncertainty, frustration, exhaustion, mental, physical, emotional, that we have nowhere to go with. It just is. Is my poor dog, Bear, trying to handle the waterbed? The ground was betraying him. The thing is, he could get away. He could jump off. He could opt out. We haven't been able to. The look of disgust on that dog's face after his third try, and he walked away. That is what we are seeing coming at us from all sides, awake and asleep, because people emerging from quarantine, people trying to get back to the place they thought they knew, even that has changed, because the people owning and running and managing have changed. It's not the same. We are not the same. And they can't stand it. So their rage and their frustration and their exhaustion has come out of quarantine with them. And they're walking here. And you're not the boss of me. You see, when you put it in perspective like that, it doesn't get any better, but it makes sense. Crazy behavior isn't crazy. You just have to see the context. That, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, human beings of all shapes and sizes, that is profiling. Anyone can do it if they learn the steps, if they learn the process. A very famous man, many, many years ago, a man named Edwards Deming, was an economist. And he said, if you can't describe what you're doing as a process, you don't know what you're doing. So we're not just randomly flailing, it's a process. If we can see the process, if we can see the steps, if we can see the pattern, that's profile. If we know how to profile, we can pivot, bring out our best, hi, how you doing, self, and own the moment. If Bear had figured out how to stick his toenail into that waterbed, he'd have owned that room. In 3, 2, 1. So, here's the deal. Oh my goodness, it's 10:40. I've gone long. Imagine that. Here's the deal. Pivotry is more than pivoting. Pivoting is what people on a basketball court do. And their shoe goes, they stop on a dime and pivot and turn. We can change our minds. I want chocolate. No, vanilla. No, that's pivoting. After 3 different flavors, it's also annoying. We can pivot anytime. Lots of creatures pivot. This is smarter and more fun and more interesting. This is pivotry. It's an art form. It's a process. It is how we see the world in this moment, and say, watch this, and we take ownership. This is how we fix what is broken. We don't do it alone. We need our pivotry partners. We need our accomplices. We need that genius, Scott Barber, who created the Orange Years documentary, to bring a documentary film crew to a book launch about a book called Fame with stars of the world's most popular TV show. That's pivotry. Scott Barber getting his funding, getting Rolling Stones to review it, them putting me at the top of the article and him saying, why is it always about her? That's a pivotry partner. Thanks, Rolling Stone. Having that crazy fan look at Billy's picture capture of me taken at FanaticCon and saying, well, you know what, watch this, and putting Rolling Stone on. That's a pivotry partner. We are partners in the process. We're not partners in crime. We're partners in success. We're partners in joy. We're partners in taking the ball. Run with it? Hell no, let's take it out for dinner. When I produced a stage play many years ago at a competition, the fellow whose play was going on, who was in the town, comes up to me and he says, I don't know why you've entered. Does it matter who rides in it? Hi. Hi. By the way, I won. He was so pleased. So, I'm just so excited. I'm just so excited. Look at this thing. Is it like, how can it possibly get any more perfect? And by the way, the brilliant, brilliant, brilliant artwork, the brilliant, I don't want it all shiny, I want you to be able to see the artwork. The brilliant, brilliant artwork is the work of artistic genius, Matt Urquhart. He has a Facebook page, Urquhart, E-R-K-H-A-R-T, Matt, M-A-T-T. You need to look him up. You need to friend him. He's a genius. We adore him. So these hats, limited edition, very few. And I see, Kevin, you said, you'll take one if I can, you'll take it if I can mail it. Take 9 with you. Kevin. We'll talk. Crazy. Just said I'm bringing 10, Kevin. Oh, God. You're not related to Kevin Kupichevsky, are you, by any chance? Okay. I really hope this was an awesome video. I am... You can tell I'm over the moon that that shipment arrived. Because, I really wanted the fans to be able to say, oh my God, look what she's got. And I didn't want to disappoint them, and I couldn't say anything. So yesterday when they arrived, I'm dancing and dancing around the room, trying not to hurt myself with the scissors opening the package. Oh, God. All right. So pivotry is not a one-man show. No pivot master is an island. We got a team. We got a tribe. We got a boat. That's how it works. We all get in the boat. We all have a plan. The plan is to cause the utmost damned astonishment. That's pivotry. So until Thursday, which will be, one day before load-in. We're loading in on the Friday because, by the way, 11 tons of lockers. We're loading in on the Friday. The show in Cornwall, Ontario is Saturday and Sunday. I've been posting the link. You can still get tickets. It's on the border. It's right at the border of the U.S. So look it up. Oh, it's so far. My stage manager is taking 3 planes from Cleveland to be there. So, just saying. Until Thursday, when I have more things to talk about and more things to share about what's happening at these events. Because there's another special surprise at the event. I can't wait to tell you. Oh, it's so cool. All right. Until then, I have a bright idea, but I'm not going to shine that light on because all your vids are awesome. Well, thank you, Charles. That's very, very sweet. Thank you. Until Thursday, watch out for the weather. Watch out for the people who are not doing well. They're not doing well. If they're behaving badly, that's the symptom. It's not the root cause. The root cause is all kinds of stuff. So we've got to figure out how we get around it, how we keep foolishness at arm's length. One of the ways is the ripple effect that our pivotry process causes. Think about that. If everything is good, it's hard to remember that you're Eeyore. It's easier to smile, right? Okay, so on that note, be good to you. Be really good to you. You deserve it. And remember to hug your loved ones, because they're in the boat with us. See you next time. Thanks for watching.